Hi, I'm Josie. 6 months ago, I was standing in my best friend Amanda's backyard, surrounded by pink and white balloons, watching my entire world explode in front of 30 guests at my baby shower. But let me back up a bit. I'm 28, married to my high school sweetheart Ryan for 3 years, and 7 months pregnant with our first daughter. My mom remarried 5 years ago to Gerald, a real estate agent who always seemed friendly enough at family dinners. The morning of the shower, Ryan squeezed my hand in the car. "You feeling okay? You've been quiet." "Just tired," I said. "And honestly, a little nervous about seeing Gerald. He's been acting weird lately." "Weird how?" "He keeps asking me questions about my doctor appointments, my due date. Last week, he asked if Ryan was handling the pregnancy well. It felt off." Ryan frowned. "That is strange. Want me to stick around?" "No, it's a ladies' thing. Amanda would kill me. I'm probably just being hormonal." When we arrived, Amanda practically pulled me out of the car. "The mom-to-be is here." She was wearing a ridiculous pink sash that said Auntie-to-be, and I couldn't help but laugh. "You're insane," I told her. "And you love me for it. Now get in there. Your mom's been setting up for an hour." My mom rushed over the moment I walked in, her eyes already teary. "Oh, honey, look at you. You're glowing." "Mom, please don't cry yet. We haven't even started." "I can't help it. My baby's having a baby." Gerald appeared beside her, his smile tight. "Josie, good to see you." "Hi, Gerald. How are you feeling?" "Fine. Great, actually." He nodded slowly. "That's good. That's good." The shower went smoothly for the first hour. We played games, opened presents, ate tiny sandwiches. I was opening a beautiful handmade blanket from my Aunt Carol when Gerald stood up from his seat in the corner. "Actually, everyone, I have something to say." My mom looked confused. "Gerald, what are you—" "No, Linda, they need to know the truth." He turned to face the crowd, his voice carrying across the suddenly silent yard. "I've been doing some digging, and I think everyone here deserves to know that Ryan isn't the father of that baby." The blanket fell from my hands. Someone gasped. Amanda's mouth dropped open. "What did you just say?" I managed to get out. Gerald's face was stern, almost righteous. "I said Ryan isn't the father. I have proof." My mom stood up, her face pale. "Gerald, have you lost your mind?" "I'm protecting this family, Linda. I saw her having lunch with another man 3 months ago, laughing, holding hands. I took pictures." Ryan's sister Claire, who'd been sitting near the gift table, stood up. "You're disgusting. You know that?" "I'm telling the truth." Gerald pulled out his phone. "I have the photos right here. She was at that Italian place downtown, practically all over this guy." Amanda grabbed my arm, her voice shaking with rage. "Josie, what is he talking about?" I felt like I couldn't breathe. My hands were trembling. "That was my cousin Mark. He was in town for one day. We had lunch." "Your cousin," Gerald scoffed. "That's convenient." My mom's voice was ice cold. "Mark? Linda's nephew Mark? The one who lives in Seattle?" "I don't know who He's my sister's son, Gerald. We've talked about him. You met him at Thanksgiving 2 years ago." "Well, I didn't. I mean, the way they were sitting together, it looked—" I found my voice, and it came out stronger than I expected. "Get out. Josie, I'm just trying to get out of here now." The next morning, Amanda showed up at my door with coffee and a fury I'd never seen before. "Tell me everything. Every single detail about why that man thought he could humiliate you like that." I let her in, still in my pajamas. "I don't even know where to start." "Start with why he hates you, because that wasn't concern, Josie. That was malicious." Ryan came down the stairs looking like he hadn't slept. "I've been thinking the same thing. He targeted you specifically, at your baby shower, in front of everyone." "I called your mom this morning," Amanda said. "She's devastated. She wants to talk to you." When my mom arrived an hour later, her eyes were red and swollen. "Honey, I am so sorry." "Mom, you didn't do anything wrong." "I married him. I brought him into our lives." She sat down heavily on the couch. I confronted him last night. Really confronted him. What did he say? Ryan asked. My mom's jaw tightened. He said he was protecting me, that he didn't trust you, Josie, that you seemed secretive during your pregnancy. Secretive? I've been posting updates every week. We had a gender reveal party. I know. I told him he was being paranoid and cruel. And then he said something that made my blood run cold. What? He said, maybe if you'd been more careful with your first marriage, you'd understand. The room went silent. My mom had been married to my dad for 20 years before he passed away from cancer. Gerald knew that. Everyone knew that. Amanda leaned forward. Wait, is he trying to imply that I was unfaithful to Josie's father? Yes. My mom's voice cracked. He tried to walk it back immediately, said he didn't mean it that way. But I heard what I heard. Ryan stood up, pacing. This is bigger than just the baby shower. He's trying to destroy your credibility, both of you. But why? I asked. What does he gain from this? My mom pulled out her phone. I think I know. Look at this email I found on our shared computer this morning. She showed us an email thread between Gerald and someone named David Pearson. The messages went back 6 months. Amanda read over my shoulder. He's trying to sell your mom's house? The one your dad left her? My dad left that house to my mom in his will, with the condition that it would eventually come to me, I said slowly. Gerald can't sell it without her permission. Unless he could prove she was mentally unstable, Ryan said quietly. Or unless he could convince her that her family was falling apart and she needed to make a fresh start. My mom's face went white. The day after the shower, he suggested we sell the house. He said it was too big, too many memories, that we should start fresh somewhere new. He was creating a crisis, Amanda breathed. Make you think your daughter is a cheater, destroy your family relationships, then swoop in as the supportive husband who wants to help you escape all the drama. I felt my baby kick, and suddenly everything clicked into place. We need to talk to Mark, and we need to find out exactly what Gerald planned to do with that house. Ryan pulled out his phone. I'm calling Mark right now, and then we're calling a lawyer. No, I said, standing up. First, we're going to everyone who was at that shower. Every single person. Gerald wanted to humiliate me in front of witnesses? Fine. Those witnesses are going to hear the truth. 2 weeks later, I'd gathered statements from 17 people who'd been at the shower, and Mark had flown back from Seattle with phone records proving the exact date and time of our lunch, including a photo he'd posted on social media that day, clearly labeled Lunch with My Favorite Cousin. I'd also hired a lawyer, a sharp woman named Patricia Chen who specialized in defamation cases. We arranged a family meeting at my mom's house. Gerald didn't know what it was about. My mom had just told him we needed to clear the air. When Gerald walked into the living room and saw me, Ryan, Amanda, my Aunt Carol, and Patricia, his face went pale. What's going on here? He asked. Patricia stood up. Mr. Fletcher, I'm Patricia Chen, Mrs. Kelly's attorney. Please have a seat. Her attorney? Linda, what is this? My mom's voice was steady. Sit down, Gerald. He sat slowly, looking between all of us. This is ridiculous. Whatever Josie told you, let me stop you right there, I said. You stood up at my baby shower and announced to 30 people that my husband wasn't the father of my child. You claimed to have proof. You humiliated me. You upset my guests. And you tried to destroy my marriage. I thought I was helping. You thought you were helping? Amanda's voice was sharp. By calling a pregnant woman a cheater in front of her entire family? Gerald turned to my mom. Linda, honey, I was trying to protect you. Don't, my mom said quietly. Don't call me honey, and don't pretend this was about protection. Patricia opened her briefcase. Mr. Fletcher, we have statements from everyone who attended that shower. We also have phone records, social media posts, and testimony from Mark Kelly, Josie's cousin, whom you met at Thanksgiving 2 years ago, proving that the lunch you photographed was completely innocent. Gerald's face flushed. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to everyone. We're not done, Patricia continued. We also have emails between you and a real estate agent named David Pearson, discussing the sale of Mrs. Fletcher's home, a home that legally cannot be sold without her permission, and that's designated in her late husband's will to eventually pass to Josie. We were just discussing options. You were creating a scenario where my mom would be emotionally compromised enough to agree to sell, I said. You tried to make her think her family was falling apart so she'd want to start fresh. Except that fresh start would cost her the home my father left her, and it would cost me my inheritance. Ryan leaned forward. The timeline is pretty clear, Gerald. You saw Josie with Mark. Instead of asking questions like a normal person, you decided to weaponize it. You waited 4 months, until the baby shower, for maximum impact. I'm not finished, I said, my voice rising. After you humiliated me, you had the audacity to approach my mom about selling the house within 24 hours. You're not sorry. You're just sorry you got caught. Gerald stood up abruptly. I don't have to listen to this. Actually, you do, Patricia said calmly, because Mrs. Kelly is filing for divorce, and Josie is pursuing a defamation suit. You will listen, or you'll hear it from a judge. Defamation? For what? You publicly accused her of infidelity with zero evidence, Patricia said. You damaged her reputation and caused her emotional distress during her pregnancy. We have witnesses. We have medical records showing elevated stress levels after the incident, and we have your emails showing motive. Gerald's face twisted into something ugly. Fine. You want to play it this way? I'll tell everyone what I really think. Your whole family is a disaster, Linda. Your daughter is a spoiled brat, and you're a weak woman who can't let go of a dead man. The room exploded. Ryan jumped up. Amanda started yelling. My Aunt Carol gasped, but my mom just stood up slowly, her face calm. Get out of my house, Gerald. Gladly. He grabbed his jacket. But don't think this is over. I'll fight you every step of the way. I'm counting on it, I said quietly. 3 months later, I sat in Patricia's office with my baby daughter, Emma, sleeping in my arms. Patricia slid a document across the desk. He's settled, she said, smiling. Full settlement, public apology, financial compensation for emotional distress, and he's dropped any claim to your mother's property. Ryan squeezed my hand. It's really over? His lawyer convinced him that going to trial would be worse. We had 17 witnesses ready to testify. Phone records, emails showing financial motive, and a documented pattern of manipulative behavior. He didn't stand a chance. My mom, sitting beside me, let out a long breath. The divorce is final, too. He signed everything last week. How do you feel? I asked her. Free. Embarrassed that I didn't see it sooner, but free. She reached over to touch Emma's tiny hand. And grateful that we caught it before he could do more damage. Amanda bounced into the office holding coffee. Sorry I'm late. Court ran long. Did I miss the good news? He settled? I told her. Yes, I knew he would. Coward couldn't face a jury. She handed me a decaf latte. How's our girl doing? Perfect. Completely perfect. I looked down at Emma's sleeping face. And her father is in the waiting room, probably pacing a hole in the floor. Ryan's been anxious all morning, my mom confirmed. Patricia gathered the papers. The public apology will be posted on his social media tomorrow. He's required to leave it up for 30 days, and he can't delete or disable comments. What did it say? Amanda asked. I publicly and falsely accused my stepdaughter, Josie Kelly, of infidelity at her baby shower. I had no evidence for this claim. I have since learned that I was completely wrong. I caused her tremendous pain and embarrassment during what should have been a joyful time. I sincerely apologize to Josie, her husband Ryan, and everyone who was affected by my actions. And then he has to acknowledge that Ryan is Emma's father. He tried to get out of that last part, my mom said. His lawyer fought it for 2 weeks. But we held firm, Patricia said. The paternity acknowledgement was non-negotiable. 2 weeks after that, Gerald tried one last time. He showed up at my mom's house with flowers and tears, begging to talk. My mom called me immediately. He's here, on the porch, saying he's changed. Don't let him in. I'm coming over. When I arrived with Ryan and Emma, Gerald was still standing on the porch, looking desperate. Josie, please. I just want to apologize properly, face to face. You apologized on social media. That was the agreement. I know, but I need you to understand. I was scared of losing your mother. I did everything wrong. But I've been in therapy. I've been working on myself. Stop, I said firmly. I don't care if you've changed. I don't care if you're sorry. You don't get forgiveness just because you want it. But we're family. We were never family, Gerald. You were my mom's husband, and you tried to destroy my life for money. It wasn't about money. Yes, it was. We have the emails. We have everything. I adjusted Emma in my arms. You humiliated me at my baby shower. You called me a cheater in front of 30 people. You made my guests uncomfortable, you upset my mother, and you tried to ruin my marriage. Also, you could manipulate my mom into selling her house. My mom stepped forward. And now I need you to leave, Gerald. The restraining order says you need to stay at least 500 feet away. Linda, please. Just don't. Her voice was firm. You need to go. Now. Gerald looked at me one last time, his face crumpling. Josie, Goodbye, Gerald. We watched him walk to his car and drive away. My mom let out a shaky breath. You okay, Mom? I asked. Yeah, I really am. She smiled at Emma. Can I hold my granddaughter? I passed Emma to her carefully. Ryan put his arm around me. You did good, he said quietly. We did good, all of us. Amanda came out of the house where she'd been watching from the window. Is he gone for real this time? For real, my mom confirmed. Good, because I have Emma's nursery finished and I need you all to come see it. I may have gone slightly overboard with the decorations. As we walked into the house together, me, Ryan, my mom, Amanda, and baby Emma, I felt something settle in my chest. Peace, maybe, or just the certainty that we'd fought for what mattered and won. The house my dad left, my mom still stood. My marriage was stronger than ever, and my daughter would grow up knowing that sometimes the right kind of revenge isn't about getting even. It's about standing up, speaking truth, and refusing to let bullies win. So what about you? Have you ever had someone try to sabotage a major life event? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about standing up for yourself and your family.